I must say, I saw something I'm quite happy about.
Must you say it?
I must say it. I want to thank YouTube, sincerely, because YouTube has just instituted a policy where they're going to require disclosures on videos that contain AI-generated people.
How are they going to... Is it something that the creator has to say, or is there...
Yes, they're requiring it. They're requiring you. I'm pretty sure it's going to be in the prompts when you upload, and it's going to say, "Is this?"
It's already in the prompts to say it when you have an ad. You have to put that there is an ad in this video.
Mm-hmm. No, it's if you're uploading, for example, if we were to upload something where we have an AI, we wanted to do an AI-generated interview with Shah Rukh Khan.
Okay.
And we created him digitally.
It might be funny.
you have to have a warning on there for your viewers that it's an AI generated thing, and if you don't, they're gonna knock that thing down and probably give you a strike.
If you don't put it.
If you do not put a disclaimer. If you put, the bottom line is YouTube has said if you're gonna put up AI generated content, you have to have a disclaimer about it. Otherwise, we're not gonna let you put the video up.
It'd be funny actually to do AI generated interviews, like as spoof interviews. Like have a Shah Rukh Khan sitting over there and like just ask him ridiculous questions. I think I actually might be.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but constantly anything if I see anything, whether it's a reel or whatever, I'm often needing to verify what I'm seeing because there's so much deep fake, there's so much AI crap that the majority of the stuff that's out there and it's edited and it's changed that you can't necessarily believe what you're seeing.
I believe everything I see on the internet.
Yeah, you would.
Yep.
Juice!
Hey, welcome back to our Stupid X of Corbin.
I'm not real.
You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter for more juicy content. Thank you to our Juice Sports on Patreon. Follow us on Twitter, score the like button.
Prove it. If you've never met me in person, how do you know I'm not an AI-generated human being?
I've never met you in person.
Can there be an AI-generated human being? That's kind of scary. They wouldn't have a belly button.
No, they would.
No, they wouldn't.
They'd be AI.
Nope.
So they're creating.
Wouldn't be a real belly button.
No, it would be.
Nope.
My belly button's not real.
I know.
Today we got a.
I've seen it. It's scary.
A new song from Animal. So they're in full force.
Full force. This is our third song.
3.5 hour film.
Probably has 27 songs in it.
It might need them.
It might need them.
I think this is actually the song that was in the original teaser that was going on as he was going down the hallway.
Ah, okay.
It sounded Punjabi.
Okay.
So it's called
ARJAN VAILLY.
Read these.
And obviously Ranbir Kapoor, Sandeep Vanga, Bhupinder B, Manan B, Bhushan K.
And that is all I know. And there's already some tickets on sale, so it's gonna be
awesome.
Very big.
Awesome.
And it's in theaters that it's not normally. Indian films are not normally.
I'll get my phone ready for you.
What?
For when you have to get up and go.
Oh yeah, that's how I.
If there's a moment where Corbin has to get up to pee, I
FaceTime.
He FaceTimes
Rick.
me.
I turn off the sound, and then I set it up.
He sets the phone up on his
I can
chair,
go run and not
he
miss any of the subtitles.
It's very smart.
I learned it off the internet.
Yeah, but you know what's interesting? Why don't I have to go do that? Why are you having to get up and pee all the time?
Because I'm usually the one with the drink.
You are always the one with it. You always have a giant Pepsi. That's why.
I 100% know why.
He gets halfway through the Pepsi.
Yeah,
he's like,
oh,
crap, I gotta go pee.
Gotta go. Especially during his 3. And unfortunately, I wish they would implement it because these Indian films do have intermissions.
It's a great idea. I used to not like it.
Like put at least 5 minutes. I know it's not. You're not going to give us the 15 minutes that they get in India, but give us like 5 minutes. It's a long film.
The
only time they did that was actually in.
We got a real one.
We
got a real interval.
Vishal's kids film.
I believe so.
Which it was only like an hour 45.
Yeah,
which was very strange.
And it got a legit. The interval started. We were waiting for the movie to restart again, and another minute passed. We're like, I think this is a legit intermission. For any film that has a runtime that's over 2 minutes, 2 hours 30 minutes.
Yeah.
If it goes 2:31 or over.
Yeah, I think it needs.
It's great.
At minimum 5 minutes.
People can use the restroom. People could go get more. It's great for the theater to make more money.
Yeah.
So they really should build an intermission into films.
I agree.
And if they do it for plays, most plays have an intermission.
Yeah. And we used to here, obviously. All the time.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Bhagwana, is that God?
There's no singers in India that convey as much with their voice than I feel like Punjabis do.
Yeah, we've said it. We've said it many, many times.
Like, it conveys so much emotion with that cry that they have.
Yep.
Whether it's like cry, like a war cry, or like pain. It conveys so much with that just style of singing.
Yeah.
It conveys so much.
It really does.
And it's obviously they didn't give us I don't think anything in the video there that we hadn't already seen before. So it was obviously just a lyrical.
And if anyone had the same thought I did, watching him lay down on the floor covered in blood and blood seemingly pouring out his body, there's no way to know if that's a spoiler in some way.
We saw that in the original teaser.
Yeah, and that could be a dream sequence. That could be
it could be the opening sequence.
It could be the opening sequence.
They've done that in gangster films before. Like,
but he survives the assassination attempt.
They tell you in the beginning what's going to happen, and then they go back.
Could be
and then you'll get there eventually.
Yeah. Which I'm actually grateful for. We saw a lot of repeat images. I appreciate that because that's one of the drawbacks. The big example of that was if you were watching us while we were getting ready for Brahmastra, there was a point where we were both like, okay, no more. We let the movie tell us we're already seeing way too much. I don't feel like Animal's done that.
Yeah.
They've done a good job with their promos.
It wouldn't shock me if like that's how they open the film is like a pull down shot on him.
Yeah.
And then, well, you want to know how I got here? No, not that necessarily, but kind of moment though.
Yeah.
Because if it's like a gangster story of like this animal who's just mass murdering, I don't anticipate in him living in the end.
I don't either.
That's it. Like with these kind of stories, you can tell this story, but if he lives, you're like, oh, we're gonna have a sequel for like a murderer? That's weird. Yeah. Like if Scarface, it's been out for a long time.
Yeah, Scarface has been out a long time. If you don't know the way Scarface ends.
Or like most gangster films, actually.
Yeah.
So like, think of any gangster film. Probably going to be dead in the end.
Yeah.
Just, it's how the genre goes.
Yeah.
Because one, you can tell their fun story, but also they're still like a murdering criminal.
Yeah.
Usually.
their candle has been burned at both ends.
You can make them, like, people care for them, but that doesn't mean that, like, it's going to justify them living in the end.
Of course. And it's usually not, is it a tragedy? It's how deep of a tragedy is this going to be? How many people did they kill? How many people died unjustly? How many of their loved ones did they see die? So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but a great song.
Very, very good song.
Very excited for the film. And it also, does the 3-hour, 23-minute runtime, does that strike you as confidence?
Yeah.
Or does it strike you as, like,
no
ignorance?
No.
Of how audiences
No,
are
it
now?
strikes me in the same way that, like, while a lot of the times it doesn't work for Scorsese, what I love about a Scorsese runtime is it's him going, I'm making the film I want to make. If you like the runtime or not, I don't care. This is the film I want. This is the story I want to tell, and this is how long it's going to take for me to tell it. It's like Anyarag with Gangs and saying, you know, initially I've got a 5-hour movie and that's what I'm making, and it was changed for that. You know, so no, because of the filmmakers, I feel like it's confidence. We'll know when we see it if it was confidence or ignorance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because audiences have a much shorter attention span now than they used to. It's even in India. What their films used to be 3.5 hours, very common. Now, 2 hours 30 is actually long. I feel like for a lot Indian films.
Yeah, but that's what I love. I love it. Didn't have a long runtime, but I love that the summer of, you know, Barbenheimer saw 2 drastically different films. But Oppenheimer did $100 million of box office because so many people loved the movie and wanted to sit through what is pretty much just a drama. And now, as well, with Killers of the Flower Moon, everybody's loving watching it, and it doesn't feel very long. So I think, while yes, the attention spans with people has gotten really, 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 really short, I think people who have something to tell and are really confident about it don't really care. And that's my hope. What do you think about that runtime? Do you think it's confidence?
Well, knowing the director of Kabir Singh, obviously, and we would love that film.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that moment of like when he's very violent in the hall is not the only really, really violent moment.
Can't imagine.
I need like a lot of violence.
Yeah,
in
you
this
can't.
film.
With a film called Animal.
Yeah, I need a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's confidence, but also just I don't know how audiences are going to respond to that because this is supposed to be a big commercial film in terms of like everybody's excitement for it and how well they're expecting it to do. I mean, people have a hard time paying for films in general, but also putting aside 3.5 hours for a film.
Especially for something
you have to be confident in your film to be, because even the producers would be like, bro, this has to be good if you're expecting people to have their attention.
Well, I can't imagine producers didn't get screenings of this thing.
Well, they have to, obviously.
And they've signed off on the runtime.
Yeah, they did.
So,
but it wouldn't be the first time people signed off on a runtime and it not work either.
True.
So it's not out of the question that a long film it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
I hope it works. Obviously, I don't want to sit in a film for 3.5 hours and hate it.
There's so many other factors. It's not just the films also that are coming out that same time that it's being released, but there's also a lot of other factors that nobody could ever control, which determines are people wanting to have this kind of experience right now. Stuff that's going on in their lives, stuff that's going on in society. You can't predict any of that.
You guys let us know if you're excited for this film, what you thought about the song, and we should be getting we haven't gotten a trailer yet, right?
No, we just got the first teaser a while back. We should be getting, because this is December what? December 4?
We're getting it in less than 2 weeks.
I imagine in the next 5 days we're getting a trailer. Before Thanksgiving.
Probably of Donkey, too.
Yeah. I would imagine
it'll probably
sometime between now and Thanksgiving.
I bet Donkey's trailer will drop with Animal.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Probably, right?
Yep.
Anyways, let us know what you thought down below.
Juice!